It's about 8:03 p.m. We're starting force break with Lena. Just going to give you a little preview of how I start. Try to use as little amount of pressure as possible. With young dogs like this, though, sometimes they trip out. Sometimes they get excited. Sometimes they'll shut down. So we're going to start slow, and I'll give you a step-by-step kind of what I'm doing here. Pretty simple process. You fold your ear back and apply a little bit of pressure. I'll give you an example. It's like somebody grabbing this pressure point on you and telling you, saying, "Hey, I need you to pick something up." Basically, is what we're doing. It's really no pain. I mean, it's a little uncomfortable for the dog, and the dog may be a little nervous at first because the dog doesn't really understand 100% what we're asking them to do. We've taught them to retrieve and fetch, but we've never conditioned them. And basically, what this is doing is this is turning into something that they're bred to do, and that they've always known to do, or it's instinctively in them. We're taking that and we're putting into them that you have no choice. This is what you're going to do. So stay tuned, and I'll get right back with you, and we'll give you a little bit more. Alright, if you'll notice, she's a little bit, I've done a couple of sessions on this, and she is just a hair, like, nervous, and that's okay, but I'm not going to get excited. Good girl. Okay, here. Good, sit. And I'm real soft with her. I don't want to be just plump to her up. Sit. Fetch. Good girl. Hold. I'm helping her right now. I'm helping her hold. And I'm helping her whenever she starts getting a little pressure. If she'll open her mouth, I'll put it in there for her. But I'm going to up the game up probably tomorrow, and I'm going to tell her, hey, you got to make an effort and put it in your mouth yourself. But right now, I'm going to help her. Leave it. Fetch. No, sit. Fetch. Good. Hold. And you notice, I mean, yes, she's not out of control. Good girl. Sit. That's a good girl. And you can't see her tail right now, but her tail is still wagging. Good girl. Okay. Hey. Good girl. Hey. Here. Good. Here. Lena. Here. Come on. Good girl. Okay. Good. Sit. Look, timid. That's okay. And usually I keep a leash on her, but I'm in the shop and I didn't like sit, girl. Sit. Good. Fetch. Good girl. Hold. She opened her mouth a little quicker that time. Good. Hold. You might be able to see her tail in this one. Hold. Leave it. Good. Fetch. Hold. Good. Good girl. Leave it. Hold. Good. Okay. That's a girl. That's a good girl. I'm just gonna wrap that up. Just let you know that that right there is really. I say I did more sessions with her. I went back and watched that video. I had not done any other sessions per se, but I had done a little introduction to her just to make sure that she wasn't going to trip plumb out, and just 1 or 2 times. Then I let her catch her breath, and then I did it again. But that is her first force fetch true session, and she did a great job. I mean, she is just as normal can be. There's a lot of things about this. A lot of guys tell me, man, I don't want my dog force fetched. Guys, I'm telling you, force fetching is extremely important. When you're building a retriever, obedience is the #1 foundation, and shortly thereafter is your force fetching. Force fetching basically, guys, will tell you, not tell you, but it will help you through the process of putting the dogs on hand signals. It will help you with other obstacles you have. You get a bird down and it's 2 degrees outside and a little ice there, and she decides she don't want to go. Well, guess what? All I got to do is say the word fetch, and this dog, when she's completely force fetched, this dog will run through a brick wall to try to retrieve the duck, dummy, whatever it is that I have. I urge you, if you don't know how to do this, this is not something that I would probably attempt on my own at first. This has come with several years of getting after it and learning from my own mistakes, and also I've had some guidance through some good professional trainers. And the kicker of this is, don't lose your cool, and always be real soft with the dog and let the dog learn at whatever pace it can. Some dogs, you come in first session, before the first session's over with, be jerking it out of your hand. This little dog's not. I'm not excited about it. Doesn't really bother me. It doesn't. I've seen them where it takes 2 days to really just make them want to open their mouth right, and I've seen it where it takes a month before they really start lunging at it. Don't rush the dog. If I can tell you anything, don't rush the dog, because when you start rushing the dog, then you're going to put more pressure on the dog. And what I want and what I look for is I only put just the right amount of pressure that it takes to get the command that I'm looking for. So, you know, if you've never done it before, man, ask a pro, ask somebody that's done several of them, maybe even get somebody to show you. But I really do think, and I feel like, and if you ask any pro or anybody else that's ever been around the dog world, this is a conditioning part of the training that you got to. It's a must. It is a must in this. Obedience is a must. Force fetching is a must, and you know it is what it is. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, keep it real, represent.